Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. In this video, I want to walk you through the forget password implementation. So right now, if a user forgets his or her password and clicks on the forget password button, nothing is really happening because we have not had the implementation yet. So what we would like to see is for the user to see a alert controller with a text field that says, hey, please enter your email address here. And probably we want to have a button that says, send me my password link or something like that. All right. So when the user clicks on that button, we want to send another alert to say that, hey, please check your email to find your reset password link. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is to implement a alert controller. So let's do let alert controller equals to UI alert controller. Let's initialize this and let's pick the fourth implementation here. So for the title, I'll just say forget password. And then for the message, I'll say, please enter your email address. And for the preferred style, I think I'll select alert. So right now we want to add a text field to this. So let's do alert controller dot add text field. And for the configuration, I don't think we need anything. So I'm going to pass in a nil. So I'm going to create two actions. We'll have the submit action as well as the cancel action. So let's do let alert action equals to UI alert action. Let's initialize this. And then let's do the cancel one first. So we'll do the title will be cancel. For the style, let's have cancel as well. And for the handler, I don't think we need to do anything. So let's pass in a nil over here. And maybe let's do let OK alert action equals to UI alert action. And then for the title, let's do maybe OK. And then for the style, we can do default. And for the handler, all right, so this part, I don't need the reference of the action. So I'm going to make this an underscore. All right, guys, so between these blocks, this is what's going to happen when the user clicks on the OK button. All right, but before I do anything over here, I just want to show you how this alert controller will look like. So maybe let's just add this action first. So I'm going to do OK alert action. I think we don't really need the alert here. So I'm going to do cancel action here. I'm going to add the OK action as well as the cancel action, and then I'm going to do a present. So let's select this one over here, and we're going to present this alert controller. For the animation, let's set this to true. For the completion, we can set this as nil. So I'm just going to quickly run this first so that you can see how this will look like. Okay, so I think we should be on the onboarding screen. Okay, let's click the get started button, and I'm going to click the forget password button over here, and you should see this alert controller over here that says forget password, please enter your email address. So if the user clicks on cancel, it's just going to dismiss this alert controller and nothing is going to happen. But if let's say the user decides to enter his email address over here, like maybe Kelvin@example.com, and when we click the OK button, we want to dismiss this and show another alert to say that, hey, please check your email for the forget password link or something like that. Okay, so what we want to do is that we want to handle this part over here, the OK action. So what we can do is that we can say, hey, if let text field equals to alert controller dot text fields. So you notice that this is an array of UI text field optional. So I'm going to do dot first. Okay, so I said that, hey, if I can get this text field and if I can get the email from the text field equals to text field dot text. Okay, so notice that this is an optional dot text, and we want to ensure that email is not nil. Okay, so we can do the same thing as well, is empty, and then we're going to print out the email over here. We're going to say process this email. Okay, we're going to do something like that. All right, so let me just quickly run this to show you how this will work. Okay, so we also want to handle if the user did not enter his email and click on the OK button, you notice that this line 75 will not fire. Okay, but if the user types in his email, Kelvin@example.com, and clicks on the OK button, then we're going to print out line 75 over here. Alright, so you see, process this email, and it has my email over here. Alright guys, so I'm going to bring you back to the docs, our very trusty docs over here, the Firebase docs, and over here it says send a password reset email, and this is the code that is being provided to us. So I'm just going to copy this, bring this out of the way, and let's come to our auth manager over here, and maybe I want to write a new function over here to say reset password with email, and then this email will be of type string. And then because this is an async function, I'm going to have a completion handler. Again, this will have escaping, and this will be let me see, this will be of type result, the Swift5 result type. And if this is successful, I'll pass in a void. If there's an error, then I'll pass in the error over here. So I believe some of the potential errors could be, oh, this email is not found, or maybe this email is invalid because it's not formatted correctly. All right, we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to paste in the implementation by Firebase over here. And I think what I like to do is I'm going to check for the error over here. So let me just write this one more time, okay guys? I know this might seem like it's redundant, but I like to do this because I want to see what the callback looks like. So send password reset with email, and then yeah, this is an error optional, okay? So I know that this error can be nil because over here, if I'm to look at this over here, it's really hard to tell, but I think it should be quite obvious. So what I'll do is that I'll make sure that this error is being handled. If let error equals to error, so an error exists, then I'm going to do completion. I'm going to return a failure case, and I'm going to pass in this error object over here. Else, I'm pretty sure that if there's no error, then it means that this is definitely successful, and therefore I'm going to return a success case over here. And for the object, I'm going to pass in an empty brace over here. Okay, so this is looking fine. Let me just remove the space over here, and let's come back to the login view controller. And okay, so if this is the case, I'm going to replace this with auth manager dot reset email with email. So I have the email over here, so let me just pass this in, and for the completion I'm going to hit the enter button, and then I'm going to do result. So let's switch through this result case. If it's successful, then maybe we want to do something over here, show alert to get user to check his or her email. Okay, if it's a failure, then I think we have the we can use our very handy loaf again that we have created previously. So let's bring this in, import a loaf, and then let's come back down so we can initialize this, and then we can say error.localize description, and for the state, definitely we're gonna set this as an error. For the location, let's have it at the top. Presenting direction, we don't really need this. Again, for the sender, I think maybe I'm going to perform a weak self here as well to prevent a retain cycle because we're in a closure. So let's do guard let this equals to self else return. So for this sender, I can pass in this, and then I can do a show, okay, a show a function over here. So the reference to this requires a self, so I can just pass in this, okay. And then for the success, then maybe let me just print this out here first. I'll say maybe I'll just do it this way, just print this out so that I can see on the console. So let me just run this on the simulator right now, and let me enter one of the email that I have registered. Okay, so I'm going to do kelvin@example.com. So let's hit the forget password button, and let's put in Kelvin at, okay, maybe let me just put in a random message, a random email first, kelvin@hotmail.com, which obviously does not exist in the Firebase authentication library, in the authentication records. So let me just hit the OK button, and if there is a failure, which I'm expecting there to be, we should see this loaf message. So let's see. Okay, so it says there's no user record corresponding to this identifier. User may be deleted. So this is good. So if I'm to enter some gibberish over here, I think I should see that as well. The address is badly formatted. Okay, so this is good. So let me now enter a real email, kelvin@example.com, and let me click on the OK button. And over here, it should say process this email, which is where is that? Process this email over here, and then show alert to get user to check his or her email, which is this over here. All right, guys. So what we want to do is to show another alert to say that, hey, please go check your email to find the reset password link. So over here, I can come over here to create another function, private function, show alert. Okay, I can do something like that. And then maybe let's do let alert controller equals to UI alert controller. And I can do, maybe what I can do over here is to put in the title, string, message, string. And I can just pass this title and the message inside. Okay, and the prefix style, I can do alert. And I think this is going to be a very, very simple alert. So what I can do is I can do let OK action equals to UI alert action, and let's pass in the is this the one that I want, the OK button. And then for the style, let's have it default, and for the handler I can pass in nil because I don't need anything here. So let's do alert controller dot add action, which is the OK action, and I'm going to just present this again, and then we're going to present this alert controller, and for the animated view I'm going to pass in true, and for the completion I can pass in nil. Alright, so what I can do over here, let me remove the empty spaces. Instead of printing this out, I can say this dot show alert, and I'll say it reset successful, password reset successful. Please check your email to find the password reset link, or something like that along those lines. Okay, so I'm gonna just run this right now, and I'm gonna run through the entire sequence here. So let's come to the forget password link, and then I'm going to type in again kelvin@example.com. I'm going to click on the OK button, and now I should say, okay, I should see this pop up again, password reset successful. Please check your email to find the password reset link. Okay, I'll leave this to you how you want to edit your copy over here, and I think I'm missing a space over here, so let me just add the space here. Alright guys, this is all I have for you in this video. Don't want to drag this too long. I will see you in the next one.